defensively out of Giannis, but Drew and Chris struggle. What did you see that led to their struggles tonight?
You always give credit to the defense. Those guys, do a good job, and there's probably a few looks that, I think that they got to go in. When you're playing against a good defensive team, you get a good, clean one. Drew was getting to the paint a lot. I liked his aggressiveness. So, I think we need all three of those guys. And, I think they just keep working. They'll come good.
And then defensively with Paul and Booker, what did you see tonight? It felt like they were still getting loose and kind of getting to their spots.
We'll look at the film. I thought, Drew and his pressure and being up, and I think it'll be like every game. There'll be some good stuff. There'll be some ones where they're hitting tough shots. So we just got to keep making it tough on them.
Back right to Jim. Go ahead, please. I guess you speak a little bit to I guess what Giannis tried to do or did do there in the third quarter. I think 13 straight points for the team to kind of cut that deficit. And then I guess after that, you probably needed somebody to make some shots after. So what did you kind of see as he kind of took over a little bit offensively, but then couldn't quite sustain it?
No, I think it's a 6-point game with 4.5 minutes to go. I think we had an open wing three, that had cut it to 3, and I think a couple of offensive boards. We couldn't get that rebound that we needed. So I thought the group, after being down 15, 16, whatever it was, Giannis took a big load, and we were right there with 4.5 to go. So I think we just got to go home. Look at the film again tonight, and just keep working to get better against this group.
Second row on the left to Tim.
Mike, you mentioned those rebounds in the fourth quarter. Obviously, you went small to kind of combat them. Is that part of the calculus in terms of deciding whether to go small and set up?
All right, let's get down onto the floor. Deandre Ayton recorded his 13th double-double of this postseason, which puts him second all-time in Suns history for a single postseason, 10 and 11, and with us after the Game 2 win. Deandre, congratulations once again. The guys around you knocked down 23s on 40 attempts tonight. What was it about the offense that was working, creating those looks for your shooters?
Mainly the power of our pick and roll. I was trying my best to set good screens to get our guys open and, just rolling as hard as I can to the rim, which opened up the floor for our shooters.
DeAndre, Shaq here. I'm proud of you. I'm in your Bahamas all the time. They love you. They talk about you. What's your mindset? I know you're close to winning your championship, but how do you sleep? How do you eat? How's the ride to the game? What are you feeling at this point, up 2 games?
Just my next right move. What I've been trying to do is just stay consistent on how I approach the game. Just making sure I have a lot of confidence going into games and not really missing anything. Making sure I stick to my script and personnel on who I guard. Making sure I keep KYPs on my main matchup, which is Giannis. And just being a presence, making sure I always roll and don't forget my requirements for my team.
Well, I was going to go, and this is Kenny, DeAndre. I was going to doom. Ice, ice, baby. Comes to the game with the ice. Comes with the Deandre Ayton jacket. So the confidence level is super high. How do you keep it in terms of even kill and don't get overconfident, especially now being 0-2?
I think I've always been a guy who has humility. So just being amped up. I have a group of teammates who keeps me level-headed, and we don't get too happy on the farm. C is a good leader to where, he knows what's next, and he knows how the playoffs is, and, teams can get complacent on wins like this. But we just putting our heads down, and we're going to keep working.
DeAndre, Steve Smith, you're totally right. You've always been humble. Since I've met you in the 8th and 9th grade, you wanted to be a guard, but right now you done turned out to be a big-time center. Just tell me, from the regular season to the playoffs, what has changed for yourself?
I'll say I definitely picked up on consistency, just being in the weight room and just being ready for games, watching a lot of film, not just watching film on us, but watching film on our opponents, watching what they like to do, and just making sure I'm just sturdy at all times.
This is Isaiah, and my question for you, you talked about KYP in terms of knowing your personnel. Can you give us the scouting report on Giannis in terms of what you're trying to do, and how do you stay solid when you matched up against Giannis or Lopez, and what are you doing to kind of hold your own in the paint?
Well, first of all, the ball scores, and you just want to stay in between the ball and Giannis, showing your hands early, and just building up a wall. Both of us are like sizes, and what I try to do, I just try to stay in front of him, knowing that he's going to go right and just absorb all the contact.
DeAndre, this is Shaq here, and I'm going to talk in my Bahamian accent, man. When you get all that money this summer, you going to build your mama house or you going to buy a big one?
Both. Respect.
Hey,
respect, brother. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey, DeAndre, stick with us. We've got sound here of your coach, Monty Williams, talking to you during Game 2. Hang out there and listen to what we're going to hear right now.
This is the deal. One, you're getting back in transition. You don't have Giannis find a man and be a guard. Two, look at me. You set a high level for yourself. That's why you're down. That's great. Now go reach that level, okay? And you can reach it with force. Doesn't have to be stats all the time. Go dominate the game with force, okay? Because you set a high level for yourself. Go dominate the game with force. Let's go.
So, DeAndre, what was Coach Williams reacting to in terms of what you were experiencing in this game, too?
Me, I didn't play the way I wanted to play, especially trying to finish around the rim. I didn't rebound the way I wanted to rebound. And, it kind of got to me a little bit, but, I kept playing through it and kept chipping down and finding what I can do best for my team. And, Monty seen it on me. I had my, emotions on my shoulders a little bit, but, he stopped me because he know me, and he just, wanted to tell me a word of encouragement, and it got me going.
Well, brother, as the Dundada of all the big man, don't you worry about that tonight. You wear your necklace, you go out, you go eat some good food, you
yes,
go to mama, and Bahamas is up 2-0, brother.
Yes,
I'll see you soon, and that's
I don't know if that's
Respect.
Bohemian or Jamaican.
That's Caribbean.
Hey, DeAndre, we'll let you go. I do want to know, because we've been talking about the chains every night when you come in, how much do those things weigh?
I think both chains are worth a kilo. I got my initials and my flag of the Bahamas right on me.
Wow.
Everywhere I go.
I remember, young fella,
he's-
back in the day when you was in 8th and 9th grade. Boy, you didn't grow up.
A little bit.
Yeah, he
Just
got
a
that
little
treasure
bit.
chest on, Smitty. He don't have bling on. It's a treasure chest.
Those are substantial, DeAndre, and you've become a substantial part of this series for the Suns. Congrats on the 2-0 lead. Good luck in Milwaukee. We appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
Bahamas, here we come, baby.